What's up, everybody?
What's up?
I have a special guest with me today. Shout yourself out, baby girl.
Yes, it's Shanae. If you guys don't know who I am, Rosemary is my childhood friend.
Yes.
Middle school, right?
Middle school, high school,
a little bit. This is back in our Georgia days.
Georgia days.
Down south, you know?
Georgia days.
We both happen to be from Brooklyn. We
That's
kindled
it.
again, and we're here.
We're back. We're back. So how you feeling, love?
I'm good.
Welcome.
I'm good, man. You know, school life, regular,
That's it.
you know, New York hustle, regular
That's
shit.
it. That's that Brooklyn vibe. And we have Ashley. She ran from an interview, came straight here.
Yes.
The dedication.
Thank you guys. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
I got my formal attire on.
That's
Y'all
it.
gotta see.
That's it.
Yes.
So let me tell you something. Today we're gonna get right into it. So all yesterday, through social media, I was getting all the information about 6ix9ine snitch.
Ay, Dios mío.
My son
for real.
snitch. Okay.
Oh my God.
I want to know, how do you guys feel about the whole situation and how the industry is attacking him right now?
Well, I feel like I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna keep it real because this is what the show is about. Keep it real.
Of course.
I don't fault him for snitching
Okay.
for the simple fact that we finding out all this information because obviously everybody that was on his side isn't on his side.
Right.
They're all talking. So you can't get mad at him for realizing that niggas is not really for him. They was for him because of who he became.
For clout.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, I feel like he really honestly have to look out for his best interest.
That's a fact.
And that's what he's doing. So you can't really get mad at him for it. Yeah, the word on the street is snitching. You know, snitching gets, you know what I'm trying to say. Snitches get stitches, whatever the case may be. But I feel like we all grown now. You have to do what's best for you.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, nobody looking out for 6ix9ine but him.
That's a fact. What do you think about it, Ashley?
But then again, I will have to say that, as you said, you were grown. To piggyback off that, we are grown. So why the hell are you doing all this illegal foolishness when you know that there's consequences for it?
Industry.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, he should have known. Like, everyone's not for you, as you previously stated. Everyone's not for you. He should have realized. What he should have done was take whoever was in his corner when he was underground.
That's a fact.
But then again, you never know. They probably was with him underground.
But you gotta remember, the industry have a way of changing the artist. Like, you're never who you were underground. They gonna give you an entourage and say, we need to see you with these people more. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the industry is really fucked up. Like, I learned so much about 6ix9ine from somebody who was mad close to him that I don't even have relations with, but my close friend have relations with this person, and he constantly was telling us shit about him behind closed doors before the case even hit.
Right.
And it's like when you go to his podcast and his show, he was so quick to talk about it and take interviews about the shit that was going on with him, and it's like, so this is why he's moving like this. Because obviously you're supposed to be one of his right-hand mans. And you telling us his business.
Personal things.
And it's like, that's crazy. So what are you telling the feds when they come and question you?
Exactly.
What are you
singing?
What are you...
But
you singing for interviews and shit.
Singing.
Like, come on.
The thing that I questioned everything was the fact that, you know how he had that there was a show that he was about to do, and because it was like the livelihood of everyone else, like the endangerment of the livelihood of everyone else, the safety, So they were saying that basically they took him up. They that's when they cuff him, right? That's when they arrested him on his show, and he had to do that show performance. They arrested him.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm thinking to myself, like, all right, so you arrested him because you know he had so much things going on around him. You feel me? Like, they're trying to get that one person to talk, and because his life was in danger, so they got him to talk. That's what I feel like this whole thing is going about.
Yeah,
you know?
of course. They're gonna use what they think they have, so they're gonna want you to talk. That's a given.
Yo, and I was looking online at Lil Boosie. I don't know how you say his name because I don't really get this. I never was like 6ix9ine will like basically get like he'll be murdered if he comes out and he's free. Like, he will be murdered because of the fact that he basically snitched. I'm like, okay, so you put that. Like, let me say something. I understand, even though he's not the one that's going to do it, but you're putting that out there, and if something was to happen, now they're gonna look at you as just. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're putting yourself.
And I feel like that's what it is with 6ix9ine case. It's just not. They don't really got no hard evidence. It's just things he said that's incriminating.
Right.
So they want him to speak because what they have is really not enough to hold.
Exactly.
They have his songs.
So that's
songs
why
could be
him.
just songs. You feel me? Like everybody rap about shit. Don't mean it actually happened. But then he had people in his entourage who are dumb enough to, well, he did rap about it, so I'm gonna just say it's true. And they just gonna go off that energy.
But the thing, sorry to cut you off. But the thing about it, that what kills me, because he put out this persona that he's a tough guy, he's about this life, like throwing these, like, you feel me? Like, you're doing all of this, but at the end of the day, like, you're not about this life, fam. Like, let's literally do it. Like, just cause I'm dealing with someone who's selling drugs, I'm not gonna be sitting there rapping and talking about drugs. Like,
that's
this
a fact.
Like, that's not my place, fam. Like, that's not nothing to do with me.
You gotta remember, this is his job. The industry told him, this is your image and this is what you gotta live up to.
That's a fact.
But then again, I'm not gonna change myself. I don't know about everybody else. I'm not about to change myself to make anybody else feel better.
Yeah.
That's
us. Look at the whole Steve Harvey situation.
Hey, this boy.
That man done changed. He done sold his whole soul just to have generational wealth.
Did you hear?
He lost his integrity.
He did.
So money could buy anybody. Trust me.
I get it, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like another thing about it too, like, if you grew up in a predicament, like, if you grew up, like, in a household that you're familiar with money and stuff like that, you won't have that issue, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm sorry, lip gloss be popping. But, you know, like, if you grew up in this, like, a lifestyle where you know there's money and they introduce you money and this and that, like, you won't have that issue.
That's your norm.
So it's like, so if you were like, oh yeah, you have $1 billion to do this, like, all right, but I don't normally see money, so it's like, this is not even affecting. You know what I'm saying? It's like people who are not used to money do stupid stuff for money.
And I want to piggyback off of what I think you said, something about in regards to him, Lil Boosie. He wants to come. Lil Boosie want to do whatever the hell he wants.
Right.
Anyway, I wanted to talk about this. There's a psychologist, a black psychologist, who basically is he has this article that's called "The Code of the Streets," where basically it's saying that the reason why us as the black people, as the minority, and like Hispanics as well, the reason why we feel as though we need to take matters into our own hand is because the police is not there. They're there when you don't want them, but they're not there when you actually need them. So that's why the whole respect thing comes into play. Because if you look at a Caucasian person, if you stare at them, they're not gonna feel offended because they're like, okay, you're looking at me. But if you stare at somebody like us and
we have our guard is
up, and then that's what he's saying, that we need to break that barrier, because why is our guard up? Like, why are we being defensive?
But because we're always targeted.
That's a fact. We're always putting like even if you let your guard down for a second, it's something
that reminds you why it's up in the first place.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, let me just calm down. And then something happens, like, all right, I'm stupid. Like, I can't even do this on regular. Like, I don't. The whole situation, if you break it, I'm thinking to myself, like, why did he do it? Like, okay, he did it because no one was on his side, no one was on his team. All right. You wasn't loyal to me, I'm not gonna be loyal to you. I get it. But then it's like, by the end of the day, like, it's more people going in jail. Like, it's a whole lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot. But look at this from his point of view. He got all this time he's facing, right? All right. They asked me a couple questions. My lawyer's telling me, if you snitch, honestly, you can only do X amount of years. It's way less than what you was actually going to be faced. You have a chance to have your freedom. He done made enough money. He can go to one of the islands and live a normal life. You feel me? Like, he don't have to be in New York. He don't have to be here.
But I don't think he's going to go anywhere that is not
his face is plastered everywhere.
I mean, everyone knows him.
Yeah, everybody knows him.
They know him.
Everybody knows him. But the people who he's snitching on, it's going to be harder for them to reach him. He have enough money to get away. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what I'm thinking about too? It's like, when I heard it, I was just automatically thinking like old school, like family. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you have your family and life in danger. You know what I'm saying? But I feel as if like
they never cared about this.
But I feel as if like being that what was I about to say? His family. No, okay. So Boosie was saying something about like, oh, he got the lethal. Like, he didn't talk this out there. But I feel as like they said that just
he got the lethal.
Like, or he was gonna be injected because Boosie was saying that
they wasn't.
He was talking the hot stuff.
Wait, Boosie was gonna get injected?
He was gonna get the death penalty. They was not really going to.
Honestly, if he was gonna get that, he would have got it. There's no back and forth.
There's no snitching that's gonna save you.
That's what I'm saying. But you know what I'm thinking? But I think he 6ix9ine probably like, it's a fear. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's probably like, oh, I'm gonna do life. I'm not gonna see my daughter. I'm not gonna this, that, and third. Like, out of society and stuff like that. Bobby's fear that made him talk. You know, it's like, I'm going to be really here forever. You know,
but also remember, our generations change.
Yeah, did it.
Our code of ethics have changed by generations. Like, the generation we grew up with, because you got older sibling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Older sibling, right? Yeah, so for us, we going to be more old school because we've seen the code of ethics from our older siblings. But our generation now who don't have that older, guidance, they don't have code of ethics. They're not doing time for nobody like back in the days. Nobody's doing that no more.
Nobody now. Like, remember the street code was like, women and children don't get hurt?
Right.
Like, everybody get hurt.
And you know what's crazy? The psychologist, he talked about that. He said, women and children, like the drug dealers, whatever, we have to look out for them. But now it's like everyone's fair game.
That's a fact. Back in the days, the drug dealer on the block used to buy us all ice cream and shit. Like everybody, block parties used to be lit. Back to school time, niggas used to be getting $20, $10 for no reason to go to the corner store and ball out. Nowadays, niggas is
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. The reason why I be knowing about that because I remember when I was younger, my sister and I like literally crashed somebody's block party. Yeah. Like that. It was popping. It was lit. But it's like, no,
I have family members who used to piece and break everybody off on the block with money. Like,
they don't do that no more.
They definitely don't.
But you know what they said? Allegedly now. They said the reason he started singing was because like whoever was questioning him, like they showed him a video of his child's mother partaking in sexual activities with one of his friends.
Off for this shit.
I don't know how true that is, y'all. Don't quote me now. What? I heard after that, he started singing a boo boo boo. Energy, right?
You lying?
I'm serious. That's what I heard.
That's why I feel like a lot of people wasn't in his corner. Like the people he thought he was really holding for. Like I feel like he don't have a problem taking back for people. It's just that there's so much betrayal he's finding out. Because the feds had everybody phone hacked. They was listening on every conversation. So when they playing this shit for him, like, oh, so you're not talking for X, Y, and Z? Listen to this. Right. And it's like, damn, he don't have communication with those people. Remember, they got him isolated. If you really want to break somebody down, isolate them. Because you can feed anything to them. So they probably playing it back, like making it sound some type of way. And it's just him in there. He's the only one facing the time.
Exactly.
So he's going to say.
Wait, so hold on, time out. Going off of that, his girl was doing what?
His baby mama. She was having some relations with, I guess, one of his friends.
That's the thing. First of all, see, ladies, I'm talking about.
She on city girl shit.
Let me tell you something. Like, I don't know if it's just me. Like, me personally messing around with my ex-friends. Nah. That's a whole dub. You looking stupid, first of all. Like, who cares? Like, why would you do that?
And he said that, bro. He said, I'm going to pass it to my bros. Like, and you just really feeling into his lyrics and shit.
Nah.
Like,
bitch, are you dumb? No, stop. Listen to that.
It's crazy though. It's a lot. It's a lot. So you can't even really fault him. Because think of everything you hear.
Someone was loyal to him.
He don't got nobody is being loyal to him.
But let me tell you how this would have went down old school. He would have said nothing. That person would have never said nothing. Wait until he stepped outside. You gonna catch someone slipping.
Right.
That's a fact. Or even send somebody from the inside.
Exactly. You feel me?
Somebody from the inside.
Look at that. But then at the end of the day,
don't quote us.
Right.
They're not criminals now. You know what I mean?
But then at the end of the day, he's still doing those 40 years.
That's a fact.
He's stupid.
He's still but I heard allegedly if he like now that he's singing in foolishness that he's immune.
That's what I heard too. Immunity. I read
like
that
he has
immunity. Yeah.
But I'm like, dang, like that. He was facing life, right?
That's his whole life. Yeah,
basically. He was facing life. But then I'm like,
Okay, so
but you know what it is? Like, we can't really speak on it unless that we're in that position.
That's what I'm about to say too right now. Like, what would you do if you was in that predicament? Mind you, mamas, you got a son, so what would you do?
You see, that's what I'm saying. Honestly, I can't picture any time away from my son. Like, that's gonna kill me. 40 years away from my kid, you gonna be a grown man. I'm missing out on your whole life.
40 years.
You're gonna be 44 when I come out.
Sheesh.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's nobody on the outside. I don't care how much people love you. There's nobody on the outside that's gonna hold you down the way that I'm gonna hold you down. So I don't know, man. I might sing a little one. I ain't no Beyonce, but I'm gonna sing a little something.
What would you do, Ash?
Honestly, I don't know what I would do because I really don't know because we could all say that. Oh, some of us might be like, okay, no, forgot. They would have been like my fault. They would be like, no, I'm not gonna snitch. Mm-hmm. Okay, you saying that now, but once you got that pressure, once you see that everyone's betraying you, like and like wow, like I'm really quiet for people, and I'm holding people down who's not really for me. Like so what exactly am I doing this for?
Especially if that's not even your image. I'm not really like that. Mm-hmm. So why am I going down? I'd rather go down for some shit that I actually did, some shit that I'm like for who I am, than for somebody that the industry wanted me to be. The people around me wanted me to be.
Let me tell you something.
That's why you gotta be yourself. Be yourself at all times. Like, y'all bugging. I'm not about to waste my energy trying to portray something that I'm not when I could be wasting that energy being myself. That's a dumb.
If y'all want me to do a crime with y'all, make sure it's some shit that I'm really for. I would never snitch. I will take that shit to the grave.
That's a fact.
But don't let me do no clout chasing crime. Right. I'm not going down for that shit.
It was like, just crazy. And as soon as that story hit, everyone was just like, no, he didn't. Like, everyone was
and then he had the lyrics that said, they said, DA come to me, I don't talk, but then he said, but they come to y'all, and y'all start talking.
It was a song like that.
But I'm like, okay, but look at you now, though, bro.
Because they talking, he talking too. Monkey see, monkey do.
But you know what's going on.
So what would you do?
Yeah, what would I do?
Right.
Honestly, I feel as if like, but how many years he got though? He got life, right? Was it life?
I don't know. What 40 or
40 years is life to me. I don't care.
That's life. That's life.
That's life.
Alright, we're gonna say
anything over 5 life.
Because we are in our 20s, so that's it is.
You're gonna be damn near 60.
Okay,
nigga gotta have good health, like really good health.
I don't know what the hell what I would, but then you have that whole But then again, it's like, you know what? Snitch, what? But it's like people not loyal.
It's just that
unless I will catch you slipping inside because they don't have enough evidence, right? They don't have the evidence.
Now they do because he started singing.
But he didn't. If it's me, they didn't have enough evidence. You didn't
have to snitch.
You didn't have to do all that. You feel what I'm saying? Like you didn't have all the evidence. They didn't say. They didn't bring you like, oh, hit X, Y, and Z.
That's the thing. You're not snitching, but other people are snitching.
Oh,
people around your entourage. It don't gotta be directly. It wasn't directly in his entourage, but it was people who knew enough to be like, well, you know, I don't know because I did see him there on this day or whatever the case.
Well,
it's not valid. But drop my DNA. Where's my spirit? My blood?
It's valid enough for them to go deeper and find some shit. And they gave you the option. You gotta answer. You have 42 hours. Wait, no, it's
48?
48 hours. Who about 42? I'm still in hours. You got every hour count. 48 hours to figure out if you trying to take the plea or what you gonna do. DA want to know. What are you gonna do?
But you know what it is? And it's because I watch a lot of cop and police shows.
Cop and police.
But like when they offer you a deal, it's because they don't have any concrete evidence.
Exactly.
Like the evidence is not concrete.
Exactly. It's not concrete.
So basically, they need you to
give them something
to
help the case. Yep.
Seal the deal.
But the icing on the
But the thing is, if they're compromising, that means it's not solid, which means as though they don't really have anything against
concrete evidence.
But once they say, okay, yeah, we got your DNA here, we got your evidence here, that's what it is. But the thing is, they didn't have that. I don't think
so. That's why I wouldn't snitch. That's what I'm trying to say. I wouldn't say nothing. I would like, but you don't have that.
I think
it's
what
a possibility that they can get it though.
You think so?
I think so. Because if he really knew there ain't no way I made sure the crime scene was clean, there's nothing, he would have never done it. Because you know how you moved that day you did that crime. You know what I'm saying? You knew who witnessed it and whatever the case may be. If he really had everything under lock and key, I ain't saying shit.
Right. Talking
right. But the fact that he actually took the plea is because it's a possibility that shit could come back.
Okay, yeah.
But let me say something. I feel that's like the reason why we're upset about. I think the industry is more upset is because he has that title now as the rat, the snitch.
Yeah,
and that's the thing that they don't want to be labeled as being a snitch or being a rat. Because with that, there's no coming back from that. Your child is getting bullied. Someone's gonna be attacked. This, that, and third. That's why your child is a rat. We don't have time for that. We do not have time for that. So that name brought upon him.
Once you're a rat, you always a rat.
Can't get. No one's gonna do nothing in front of you. you. Like, what happened? No.
That's what's up.
You feel me?
I'm going to Bible study.
That's what it is. It's like, now he has this pressure. Now this industry is shutting him down for it. But, like, I feel, okay, so this is what I was thinking as well, too. Before we wrap this up. I was thinking, like, do you think his career is done for?
Yes, sir.
I think it's done for the simple fact that he have enough information on a lot of people in the industry, and to keep shit the way they want it, they have to blackball him. Like, he has to get thrown to the dirt. Like, there is no coming back from it because there's too much. They gonna look at him like a problem child. Like, there's too much going on with his name. Nobody's gonna want to get on his songs, and nobody's gonna be want to sing with him. You get what I'm saying? Like,
that's true. Because once you're labeled as a snitch, there's no coming back. I really feel as though, because like everyone feels as though one big thing that us as a community we value trust. If we don't trust you, then it's clipped. It's really clipped. We don't trust him. We don't trust him no more. So obviously he's not gonna be like no. And then he I think his best friend. Academics, whatever he is for him. He was promoting 6ix9ine song, right? And then I don't know if it was Meek Mill. Somebody was like, "We don't want to hear this." Somebody said we don't want to hear this.
They're already shutting him down because I didn't have enough dirt on everybody.
That's too much.
Bitch, are you dumb?
Don't even think that before they think you're affiliated with.
Nah, but that song, I'm not gonna hold you. That song go hard though. That's my. I'm not even gonna hold you.
And it sucks because I feel like this is why you can't sell your soul for the industry. Because as quick as they accept you, they'll be quick to just fucking dismiss you, bro.
Just like that.
Like they don't. Their industry is not really for you. And that's why this shit Steve Harvey said, like, that gotta be a next show, bro.
He pissed me off.
That nigga,
you know,
he's
the Monique
bugging.
and Steve Harvey situation.
He's bugging. Like,
you can go ahead. My fault. No, you can go ahead, because I'm a little too heated right now. You can go ahead.
Nah, he bugged out. Like, the Monique situation, before he said something, I was like, yeah, she went about it the wrong way. But hearing her talk on the show and her point of view, I see why she's mad at everybody. Yeah. I would have told Oprah suck my dick too.
Right.
Like, you over here telling me behind closed door that, yeah, you right. Like, you know what I mean? They're wrong, da-da-da-da. But you get on Front Street and you saying something different. Yeah, you get in front of the white man and it's, oh my God, I can't believe she acted like that. Oh my God, why did she say that? She should be happy she even got anything. That's
that's what Steve Harvey said. He said that. He said he was
like, this is a rich, he's like, you have rich girl problems. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you're wrong, but you should have went about it a better way to fight the issue. You're black. You supposed to. He basically told her be black and be decent. The fuck? Like, that's so insulting.
Nasa.
But the thing that he actually said it as if this is a valid reason. He said, I gotta take into consideration, you know, my children and stuff. But at the end of the day, her whole image was ruined for that time because everyone like, oh, she's a dub, she's not appreciative. But like at the end of the day, you need to know where she's coming from. Like she was hurt. She was hurt, and she considers him her brother. And then you're gonna sit there and betray me. Come on now.
You seen how she wanted to cry. Like as she was talking, you seen the passion, and that was fucked up because he said it to her face,
right
on TV, that you should be grateful that you even got the opportunity to be where you are. Like, how do you say something like that?
She worked for that.
Yeah, she did.
Sis worked for that.
And I don't fault her. And I'm sorry, but for me, Monique is uncanceled. I'm sorry. She's not canceled.
How?
And anybody that's
forever be playing in the house.
Right, I love the Parkers.
I would support her my damn self if she come up with her own production company and her own shows and her own shit. I would support her because I will feel better supporting somebody who is for me.
Right.
That's it.
Than somebody like Steve Harvey who have a price on his head.
Exactly. That goes back to trust. You can't once that trust is gone. You
are a puppet. You are a puppet for the industry now.
I feel like you know what the whole this goes back to the 6ix9ine thing. Like it's the whole trust, but it's like. But at the end of the day, I feel as if like when you will meet someone in the industry already who's doing things like who's around you and they're like yes men and let's do this. You know what I'm saying? Like automatically off the bat, you shouldn't have this person like trusting nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like every yes men for a fact, when it's time to like they're not loyal. The hell?
But think about it though. Put yourself in his shoe, right? You start making millions. You have mad people from your childhood hitting you up. Yo, bro, da 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 da. They condition you to think that once you make it big, you're not supposed to fuck with nobody from the hood because they want something from you.
That's true.
That's not really the case.
But sometimes it be like
sometimes, but that's for you to use your own discretion, not cancel out everybody. He probably had people in his ears telling him, "Oh, when you make it, people's gonna want it. You just gotta focus on you, do your thing." And they have these people who's already made it, the entourage who already have money and shit. So he's not feeding everybody because they already got their own money. But they're just an entourage.
The whole thing with
it's crazy.
Sorry to cut you off. The whole thing with 6ix9ine, the whole like going to Chicago, doing this. I feel like everything was clout, but at the end of the day, they tested him. You feel me? Like you failed as a. First of all, this is not who you are. Who cares what the media thinks?
Yeah.
We want. If you said you was from like freaking Flatbush and like a nice Jewish neighborhood, we don't care. It's not this, if you
but
have
the fact that he's from Brooklyn, it pisses me off, honestly.
Because
6ix9ine
from Brooklyn?
He not from Brooklyn?
I thought he's from Bronx.
Nah, sis, he's ours. Bro, he is ours. We gotta claim him. We gotta claim him.
He is from Bed-Stuy.
And I'm like, she's not, because he's from Brooklyn. Now I feel like not everyone's gonna be like, oh, nah, you're from Brooklyn.
I think he's from Bed-Stuy.
He's from Bed-Stuy. But then again, I don't give a damn because I'm like, I'm not 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine's not me.
Bro, you're not Jack. We are not Spanish nigga. Let me stop.
You're from Mexico.
He's not even motherfucker.
Honestly, he ain't really let me stop.
No, but I love you guys for joining today.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yo, tune in every Mondays. We switching now, sorry.
Mondays, Fridays, whenever.
Whenever. Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We doing any day.
When it come, it come.
Nah, but tune in every Friday. 5 o'clock on SoundCloud, 7 o'clock on YouTube. Tune in. I'm on YouTube, y'all. Like, there's a
pick up your
We're
phone.
gonna do it one time for the one time. Love, respect, prosperity, black excellence. We're doing this 2019. It's ours. I love you guys for tuning in. Thank you.
Until next time.